Right now, there is a number sitting in Ottawa's system with your name on it, and in just a few days, on August 27th, it lands in bank accounts across this country. Some seniors are going to open their banking app that morning and see around $1,200. Others, using the exact same programs, the exact same age bracket, the exact same citizenship, are going to see $1,875. Same government, same month, same payment date. A gap of over $600. And in almost every case, the seniors getting the smaller number have simply never filled out one single form. I'm going to walk you through exactly what's landing on August 27th, why the gap between what you're getting and what you're actually entitled to might be wider than you think, and what happens automatically the month you turn 75. Stay with me all the way through, because the second point in this video is the one almost nobody at your bank branch is going to explain to you properly. Not because they're hiding it from you, but because most frontline staff don't fully understand how it works themselves. Before we go further, a quick disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor, and nothing in this video is personalized financial advice. This is a plain English breakdown of public programs administered by Service Canada and the Canada Revenue Agency. Every senior's situation is different, so always confirm your specific numbers through your My Service Canada account or by calling Service Canada directly. Now let's get into it. Number 1. What is actually arriving on August 27th? What is it? August 27th, 2026 is a confirmed joint payment date for two separate programs, the Canada Pension Plan, known as CPP, and Old Age Security, known as OAS. If you're enrolled in both, which most retirees are, they land together, same day, same direct deposit, no separate transactions to track. What is it worth? These two programs are calculated completely differently, and that's where a lot of confusion starts. CPP is based entirely on how much you contributed during your working years and at what age you chose to start collecting. The 2026 maximum monthly CPP payment at age 65 sits at roughly $1,433, but that's the ceiling, not the average. Most recipients are actually collecting closer to $925 a month, because very few Canadians hit the maximum contribution level throughout their entire career. OAS works differently. It isn't based on what you paid in, it's a universal benefit for Canadians aged 65 and older who meet the residency requirement. And for the current July to September quarter, the standard rate is around $735 a month for those aged 65 to 74. How do you get it? If you're already enrolled in both programs, there is nothing you need to do. The deposit happens automatically. But here's the part that catches people off guard. Service Canada does not automatically enroll everyone in OAS. Some people get an automatic enrollment letter in the mail the year they turn 64. Others do not, and have to apply themselves. If you are approaching 65, or you know your OAS has never actually started, log into your My Service Canada account today and check your enrollment status. This matters because OAS is only retroactive for up to 11 months from the date you apply. Wait too long, and those missed months are simply gone. They don't get backdated forever. Now, before you assume this all sounds too complicated to be real, is this legal? Is this actually happening? Why haven't you heard your exact number from anyone before? Here's the honest answer. CPP and OAS are calculated individually, person by person, based on your own contribution history and residency record. Nobody puts out a press release with your number in it, because your number is different from your neighbors, different from your siblings, different from the person who worked the exact same job as you for 30 years. That individual calculation is exactly why the next point matters so much, because it's the one place where a flat, predictable amount does exist, and where thousands of eligible seniors are leaving it unclaimed. Number 2. The $1,875 that most eligible seniors never actually claim. What is it? This is the Guaranteed Income Supplement, referred to as GIS. It sits on top of your base OAS payment, and it exists specifically for lower-income seniors. It is a completely separate application from CPP and OAS, which is exactly why so many people miss it. They assume that once they're collecting OAS, they're automatically getting everything they qualify for. That assumption is often wrong. What is it worth? For a single senior with little to no other income, base OAS, combined with the maximum GIS amount, can add up to roughly $1,875 a month for the current quarter. I want to be clear about what this number actually is, because a lot of content online frames it as some kind of special bonus arriving on a specific date. It isn't. It is simply the income floor the government has set for the lowest income seniors in this country. If you qualify for the maximum, that combined amount is your regular monthly deposit, not an extra payment on top of it. How do you get it? GIS is not always automatic, and this is the single biggest source of missed money among Canadian seniors. If you've never applied for GIS, or if your income has changed since you last applied, a spouse passing away, a part-time job ending, a workplace pension winding down, a rental property sold, you need to either apply for the first time or contact Service Canada to have your file reassessed. GIS eligibility is recalculated every single year based on your previous year's income tax return. That is the part people miss the most. If you don't file a tax return, even when you have zero income to report, Service Canada has no updated information to calculate your GIS against, and your payment can stay frozen at an outdated, lower amount, or stop being reassessed altogether. Filing your taxes every year, even at very low or zero income, is not optional if you want this benefit calculated correctly. I know exactly what some of you are thinking right now. If I actually qualified for this, wouldn't someone have just told me? The honest answer is no. Service Canada does not proactively monitor every senior's changing financial situation year to year and reach out when your income drops low enough to qualify. This is one of the only major federal benefits in this country that consistently rewards the seniors who take the initiative to ask, apply, or update their file, and quietly skips over the ones who don't. There's no penalty for applying and not qualifying. There is a real cost to never applying at all. Number 3. The automatic increase that arrives the month you turn 75. What is it? Since July of 2022, old age security permanently increases by 10% the month a recipient turns 75. I want to be upfront with you that this is not a brand new announcement for 2026. It's a standing federal policy that's been in place for a few years now. But most seniors don't fully understand it until it actually happens to their own payment, and it changes more than just your OAS line item. What is it worth? For someone receiving the maximum rate in the 75 and older bracket, OAS runs noticeably higher than the 65 to 74 rate. And because GIS is calculated against your total income, including that higher OAS amount, your combined deposit can shift in ways that surprise people the quarter they turn 75, sometimes upward, and in certain income situations, the interaction between the two programs is worth double-checking rather than assuming. How do you get it? This one requires zero paperwork. No form, no application, no phone call to make. Service Canada applies the 10% increase automatically the month of your birthday. The only thing worth doing on your end is this. If your GIS amount was sitting close to a cutoff threshold before you turned 75, pull up your first post-birthday deposit and actually compare it line by line to the month before. Most people never do this, and most of the time everything adjusts correctly on its own, but when it doesn't, catching it early means a faster correction instead of months of underpayment. Before we wrap up, a quick word on the specific paperwork, because getting this right matters for your credibility just as much as mine. If you're dealing with a disability and looking into the disability tax credit, that application is Form T22001, filed with the Canada Revenue Agency, not Service Canada. If you're helping a parent or spouse manage their finances under a power of attorney, that's a provincial legal document, not a CRA or Service Canada form, so don't confuse the two when you're filling out benefit paperwork on someone else's behalf. And GIS itself doesn't have its own standalone form number. It's applied for as part of the OAS application package, or through a GIS-specific request if your OAS is already active. So here's the honest bottom line I want to leave you with. There is no secret, unannounced lump sum payment landing on August 27th beyond what we've broken down here today. If you've come across videos promising a mystery bonus stacked on top of your regular deposit this month, I'd treat those claims with real skepticism and go check your own My Service Canada account before believing a number you saw in a thumbnail. But the gap between what longtime seniors are actually receiving and what they're legally entitled to through the Guaranteed Income Supplement is real. It is often hundreds of dollars a month, and it is sitting behind one form that a huge number of eligible seniors have simply never filed. If this helped you understand exactly what's hitting your account this month, and whether you might be one of the seniors missing that GIS top-up, let me know in the comments. Tell me whether you're already receiving GIS, or whether this is the first time you've heard the full breakdown of how it works. That tells me exactly what to dig into next, whether that's a full walkthrough of the GIS application itself, or a closer look at what happens to your combined payment the year you turn 75. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.